Hi everyone, welcome to your workout today. It's Jamie and Mark for your session today. I'm going to be talking you through it. Mark's going to be doing the workout. We are going to get straight into it. We're going to do 6 exercises, 15 seconds each, twice through. Mark's going to start with jogging on the spot when the timer hits 0. Okay, off we go. So just something to get the heart rate moving. Nice and easy jogging on the spot. We've got another 5 seconds, then Mark's going to transition to a Samson stretch. And off you go. So he's going to step forward into a deep lunge. He's going to keep his fingers together as he pulls his hands over his head, and he's going to get a good stretch across the hip flexor, but he's also going to get a good stretch across the upper body. He's got another 3, 2, 1 of that, and now he's going to move into soldier kicks. So he's going to use all that hamstring flexibility, and he's going to keep his leg as straight as possible. He's kicking across the body towards the hand. He's got another 3 seconds of that, and then he's going to go into some side squats. Okay, off you go. So he's going to go stepping out to the side, stepping out to the side, feeling the stretch in the adductors. 2, 1. Okay, he's into push press now. So he's going to go grab his dumbbell. He's going to use this as a warm-up movement for the single arm work. So he's going to try it with 2 hands. If you struggle with your overhead flexibility, you can grab 1 dumbbell and do the same just with a lighter object. 3, 2, 1, and now we're into down ups. So another heart rate raiser, lying the chest down to the floor, snapping the feet in. We've got this for another 3, 2, 1. Squeeze another one in, and he's back to jogging on the spot. So we'll do this for 1 more round. Maybe in this second round, you'll think about increasing the rate, how quick you're jogging on the spot. 3, 2, 1, we're into our Samson stretches. Again, making sure we sit that trailing knee down onto the ground, pushing the hips down, squeezing the bum, pushing the hips forward. We've got this for another 5 seconds, or maybe slot in another one, and we're into our soldier kicks now, okay? So if you think the Samson stretch focuses on the anterior side of the body, the soldier kick is going to focus on the posterior, so hamstrings, glutes, lower back, all that good stuff. 5 seconds. 2, 1. We're going to go into our side squats. So if the Samson stretch was anterior and the soldier kick was posterior, we're now going to work that lateral movement. We've got this for another 3, 2, 1, and we're into the push press. Dip and drive, trying to keep the torso upright, making sure that that dumbbell finishes right over the middle of the head. We've got this for another 3, 2, 1, and we're into our final set of down ups. Everyone's favorite. We just got this for another 5 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1, and take a breather. Okay, cool. So while Mark catches his breath, we'll reset that time and I'll go through the workout. So the workout today, we're going to be doing 3 rounds. So 3 times through, 2 minutes per station. They are max effort, okay? So max effort, no rest built in there. We're looking for big efforts each 2 minutes. The first 2-minute block is going to be 12 weighted step-ups. Okay, so if you're at home, you can find something stable to step up onto. Okay, so we're going to step up. The dumbbell's going to be sitting up on the shoulder. It doesn't need to be this high. We know not many of you've got plyo boxes in the house. Okay, so we're stepping up, and then we change legs. So we do 6 on one side, 6 on the other in the main portion of the workout. Mark's choosing to rack it up on his shoulder, but he can have it out front. If he's comfortable with it, he can have it in like a back rack position as well. So after those step ups, we're going to go into some dips. Okay, so whatever object you were using to step up onto, we're now going to use that object to hang the body off the side. I'm going to use it for our dips. Okay, so in this option, Mark had like quite a lot of his body weight out because his heels are quite far in front of the box, but if he brings them back in underneath his knees, he's going to support more of his body weight and make that easier. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, we're looking for 12 bicycles. So lying down on the ground, elbow to opposite knee, taking that time to kind of come back all the way to lower back on the ground, then coming back in to get the most benefit out of this. And then we're going to go for jump squats. So 8 jump squats. So down in that squat position, keeping the chest up, knees wide, leaving the ground at the top. Okay? So we'd go through that rotation, the 12 and the 8, as many times as we could in the 2-minute block. And then finally, we've got 8 dumbbell push press. So this is going to be single arm, if possible. So we do 4 on one side, 4 on the other. Good use of the lower body. Dip and drive. Cool. And then from there, we'll have 16 mountain climbers. Excellent. So this workout, 3 rounds, 2 minutes per station. So treat it as like a little mini AMRAP each time. There is no rest, as Mark's looking forward to. There's no rest between stations or total rounds, okay? So we're gonna just blitz through this in one go. So get yourselves ready, guys. Final drink of water or final bits of prep, get yourself set up. You can always pause the video at this point if you need a little bit more time. We don't have that option here, unfortunately. Okay, and I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna start this timer. Okay, so in 10 seconds, we're gonna get going with this first workout. So this is the 12 weighted step ups and the 6 dips. Okay, so we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Okay, so weighted step ups. Things to look out for in this movement, like we mentioned in the first section. Where are you going to rack this dumbbell? Do you feel it's more comfortable sitting up on your shoulder and on your trap? That's fine if it is. Just maybe make a mental note to switch sides at some point. Mark's using the option with these step ups to leave one foot up on the top of the box. I would really advise that. So 6 on one leg, 6 on the other. And like we were saying before, you can rack that dumbbell anywhere you want. So he's completed those. He's now moving towards his dips. He's already 40 seconds in. He's going to make sure that he comes all the way to the top and squeezes his triceps out. He's feeling fresh, feeling strong, so his feet are really like far out front of the box. So he's using the maximum amount of body weight he can. If we wanted to make this harder, we could potentially raise our feet up on an object out front. Mark breezing through this. He's only got 60 seconds left. Slightly under. Looking strong on those step ups, changing legs now. Come on guys, keep it going, doing great. Say you didn't have a box, so you didn't have an object to step up onto, you could always do a lunge. You could do like a rear step lunge with your object, or just body weight. That would be totally fine. And you could use something for your dips, like 2 chairs either side. That would be fine as well, as long as it's stable. Okay, so moving on to our dips now again. Looking for as much range of motion as your shoulders can kind of tolerate in this position. Quite an aggressive position in that dip on the shoulder joint, so just be careful if you do have any shoulder issues. Mark's got 10 seconds left. How many reps can he fit in? 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are straight into our bicycles. Brutal workout, no rest. He's super happy that he picked this one to do out of all of them. Okay, so we're just moving through those bicycles like we mentioned in the movement prep phase. We're making sure we fully extend before we come in to bring the knees to the elbow. Now into our squat jumps. Don't get sloppy on these squat jumps, guys. So we're focusing on keeping our chest up. We're still looking for like a really good squat form position before we move back to our bicycles. These rounds are going quick. So Mark's looking at about 30 seconds a round here. He's rattling through. See if you guys can match his pace. So be aware these bicycles are really going to build up a lot of fatigue in your abs as you move through them. You can scale that back to like, you could definitely slow them down. You could also do like just a standard sit up, that would be fine as well. And obviously you can reduce the number of repetitions. Moving through these jump squats. Good height, solid height. At least a 7 out of 10 for height there. And obviously on these jump squats, guys, if you feel like they are causing some discomfort to your knees with that sort of plyometric movement, the impact as you land on the floor, just take them back to a normal air squat. That's going to be fine. Mark has got 30 seconds remaining in this round as he moves to his jump squats. Focusing on keeping his chest up and eyes forward. ...20 seconds remaining. Doing great. Hopefully the last set of bicycles here. He's got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are on to our dumbbell push press. So we're looking for that nice dip and drive, strong lockout at the top. See Mark's pushing his head through as if he had a barbell above his head. He's trying to return everything to a nice straight line. We don't want to drive that dumbbell out front or out to the side. Make sure it's nice and tight to the body. Doing great here. Kind of second loaded piece of this workout. 30 seconds in, he's doing great. Solid mountain climbers. Tough pairing having the mountain climbers with the dumbbell push press, so that's really going to fry the shoulders. So on your push press, guys, we want to be focusing on keeping the heels down and the chest up. If the heels come up too early before our hips have opened, we haven't used the flat of the foot to drive the floor away, okay? So heels down right until the last minute. Strong core, okay? Remember the connection between the dumbbell in your hand and your feet on the ground is through this core position. So you're going to keep the ribs down, squeeze your bum, nice snappy hips. Mark's moving to the mountain climbers now. He's only got 45 seconds remaining of this one before we move back to those step-ups. Remember, we were talking about 2 minutes per station. Just remember, in that, you take your rest when you need it, okay? So if we need to cut this out at 15 seconds to go, that's fine. Might give us a little bit more on the next movements. So Mark's coming up to 40 seconds in. He's got 20 seconds remaining. Hit a couple more dumbbells, and then he's going to move on to those weighted step-ups, okay? So he's got 15 seconds. He's going to move on. 10 seconds. Good man. Okay, starting on those step-ups. Tough workout. 3, 2, 1. Round 2, guys. What, the bicycles? Yeah. Good stuff. Again, what we were thinking about with the push press, the heels remaining down throughout the movement. Want to make sure we've got a nice stable footing on the top of the box. Heel flat on there. Making sure we're getting used to that posterior, so hamstrings and glutes doing their thing. Chest remaining nice and high. Good stuff. Nice work, Mark. Come on, mate. So we're into those dips. Good pace so far. So Mark's showing a scaling option here. He's shuffled his feet in a little bit. That's going to take a bit of pressure off. If this keeps you moving through the workout, that's a good choice, okay? 1 minute to go. So racking that dumbbell up on the shoulder again. Now, next thing to think about on these dumbbell step-ups is the position of the chest and the torso. So if we're pitched forward, it's going to pull us forward over that box. So we need to keep the chest nice and upright. Make sure that dumbbell's right up on the shoulder. Shoulders underneath, shoulders on top of the hips. We've got another 35 seconds before this one's out the way and we're back into that lovely middle workout. Starting to hear the breathing getting a little bit harder now. We've got 20 seconds remaining, so maybe hit a few more dips and then take a little bit of a breather before we start this next one. So 15 seconds or so. Quick breather, recover that heart rate, make sure we're going to get good quality out of the next section. If you feel fine, you guys push on right until the end of the section. Okay, ready, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're into the bicycle section now, guys. So it's tempting maybe to stay kind of crunched up and just rotate side to side. I don't want you guys to do that today. I want you to come back to opening the body out, making sure that upper back kind of contacts the ground again before you crunch back up. Now we're into our jump squats. Breathing through these guys, okay? Mark's showing like big jumps at the top of this movement, but you don't need to do that if you feel like this is just kind of killing your heart rate off. Just leave the ground by just a couple of centimeters. You're still going to get that plyometric element. Good stuff. Coming up to the end of this minute. Looks like the abs are starting to hurt a little bit here. Chest nice and high, good stuff. Okay, 1 minute to go. So just like any of these like 3 rounders that we do, once you get the middle one out of the way, you can look forward to the last round, never have to do it again. 45 seconds left of this one, guys. Come on, stick with it. Good stuff. Mark making a real effort to crunch all the way up to get the elbow to contact the knee. He's got 30 seconds left of this round, so he's going to take a quick breather and then he's going to move into his jump squats. Again, we've talked about the heel on the ground. You want to make sure you've got as much surface area on the floor as possible before you come up on your toes at the top of the jump. Okay, 15 seconds left. He's going to take a quick breather and then we're going to get into these push press. 7, 6. Starting the next one in 3, 2, 1 with the dumbbell push press. So Mark's an animal and he's using a 22.5 kilo dumbbell. Obviously you guys, whatever you loaned, you guys can use that. So if it's a kettlebell, you just want to rack the main portion of the kettlebell up into the shoulder. Between the forearm and the bicep. With the dumbbell, you get the head of the dumbbell sitting on the back of the shoulder. That's just going to give you a little bit of stability and a little bit more help as you drive it off the body. Into these mountain climbers, don't underestimate these guys. They are really, really tough on your shoulders after you've done a compounding shoulder movement like a dumbbell push press. And after all the other stuff that we've done as well, we're not forgetting that as well. Come on, coming up to the end of that first minute, doing great. Then we're into the last loop through these rounds. Come on guys, 1 minute to go, doing great. As well, if you got one of the hammers, one of the objects with the 2 handles either side, remember you could do this if you wanted to make it a little bit easier on the push press. You could do it as a 2-handed movement, so put it in like a front rack position. If you wanted to make it more challenging, obviously you've got the option to use that center handle and use it like a dumbbell. Top quality, versatile piece of equipment. Okay, Mark's got 30 seconds left, but we'll probably take a quick breather before the next one. So we're looking at about 15 seconds of work before we hit that last cycle through. So that's 20 seconds left to go before the next round starts. 15 seconds now. Taking a quick breather before the final set of step-ups. Doing great. Oh, 2, 1, last time on this station, guys. Good effort today if you're with us this far and you're still going. Good stuff. Come on, last round. We're keeping our form nice and tight, focusing on making sure we get this trailing foot all the way up on top at the point where we've extended the leg, okay? So we don't want to kind of step up and then do like a squat on top of the box. We want to make sure the leg that's driving us up onto the top of the box is doing all the work. That's how we're going to get the benefit of these unilateral movements. Good stuff. Coming up to the end of that first minute. So there's many different options to modify the way we do these dips. Like I said, you could have 2 objects, so 2 chairs out at either side of the hips. That could help. You could have 1 leg down with 1 foot up. Bring those feet right in. You could have your feet right in line with your hands to help you press out through your feet to help the dip section. Loads of options. 40 seconds to go with this one, guys. Good, strong effort today. 30 seconds, come on, stick with it. So we'll be catching that quick breather before the next one, so we've got 40 seconds to go. Remember, taking that breather is a beneficial thing if it helps you perform the next set of movements with a bit more consistency and a bit better form. Okay, 5 seconds before we start the next one. Going in 3, 2, 1. Last time on this horrible middle section. Good effort. So we're hitting those 12 alternating bicycle crunches. Really focusing on squeezing the abs to get the elbow all the way to touch the knee, and then we're into those jump squats. Chest stays nice and high, rattling through. Good, coming up towards the end of this first minute section. Abs are on fire now. Okay, nearly there, 60 seconds to go. And we'll build in a little bit of rest time as well. If you feel like you've got some energy in the tank, let's get rid of it now. Let's start to lift the rate if we can. 45 seconds, guys. Good stuff. So we are into our last 30 seconds of this middle one, the 12 bicycle crunches and the 8 jump squats. If you feel like your abs are suffering, you've really got to focus more on driving those knees out and keeping the chest nice and high. Don't let your back round. And that's 15 seconds before the next one. We'll catch a quick breather. We're nearly there, so close. 5 seconds. Grab those dumbbells, grab the kettlebells, grab the hammer, whatever you've got. 3, 2, 1, we're off. Last time through, last 2 minutes. Chest nice and high, heels down into the last minute. 4 on one side, 4 on the other. If you were lucky enough to grab one of those 30 kilo dumbbells, good luck with this one, guys. Okay, so Mark's moving to his mountain climbers, 16 of these alternating. Don't let those hips go too low so we're not sagging our hips down towards the ground. That'll put a little bit of pressure into the lower back, trying to keep the hips up. Nearly there. We're going to work all the way to the end on this last one. Obviously, guys, there is no 15-second leeway at the end of this. We're going to push for the finish, and that is coming up in about 60 seconds. So Mark, really focusing now, if your shoulders are fatigued, on using that snappy hip. Good effort. Breathing through it, guys. 45 seconds left. Come on, let's push hard, push for the finish. Get that dumbbell racked up on your shoulder, okay? Try and connect it to the body in some way. Don't leave it out here in thin air. 30 seconds. All in the legs now. Save the shoulders. Come on, heels down right into the last minute. 15 seconds left of today, guys, in this piece. 15 seconds of work. We're going to count it down. We've got 10 seconds. Mark's going to try and sneak in some mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we call it there.
That is tough.
Good effort, guys. What are we saying then? Middle section the hardest?
Middle section's really hard because you can't breathe. And the bicycle's too well.
Always makes it harder if you can't breathe, guys. Really, really critical part of exercising there. So, good luck with that one. If you followed along, well done. Take a breather, take some time to stretch out your shoulders, take a bit of time to stretch out the lower back, and we'll see you on the next one.